So as I sat there and I reflected upon not only what I had heard from the congressman that one hot summer day, but thinking about these answers I received from the PhD panelist, I said, there's got to be a way to create impact within the Hispanic community. But there's something else I think that's out there. And it was from these experiences that I discovered something. And again, I want you to think about this very objectively, because I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm here to give you the raw facts, things that you should all be aware about of yourselves, our community, and what it means for our advancement. But this is something I discovered, is that Hispanics, for some reason, there's this characteristic that we lack. And yeah, we have all these other traits about us, but there's this one thing, for some reason, that we lack. And as I started to think about our current socioeconomic environment, I believe most people lack this. And that characteristic of which I speak of is trust. For some reason, Hispanics, we're just naturally cautious, actually somewhat cynical and skeptical about things. We just have trouble trusting. I mean, I asked Carlos today, what are people's expectations of today's meeting? And it was funny what he said, and I respected him because he told me the truth. He goes, well, some people want to know what CHL is all about, and some people are just kind of, they don't know. Well, it's Hispanic for you. We're just kind of like, what is somebody else going to tell us that we don't know about ourselves? Well, I got a lot of things to tell you today. And so I started to think, how can, we're just such fun, loving, engaging people. How can we not trust? And then I started to think about it. I said, well, perhaps it's the political and economic corruption that we have faced through our family tree, or perhaps the wars that our families fought for independence and opportunity. Or maybe it's just the struggles that we have faced and just people cheating us and maybe taking advantage of us. But somewhere down the road, trust vanished from our DNA. But here's what happened when that happened. That because we wanted to protect ourselves and our families, we lost sight of real opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity that's passed us by because we didn't trust. And so now that I've kind of laid the foundation for you in our discussion today, I want you to know that we all need to learn how to trust ourselves and to trust our brand. It's so critically important. In fact, for the past 2 years, the Center for Hispanic Leadership has looked at all the different Hispanic cultures, and we've broken apart all of our little tendencies and characteristics, and we've packaged what we call our 6 core characteristics of our Hispanic brand, or what we call our golden ticket for success. I know you've had the handouts, you've had a preview of them, but I want to give you another quick briefing, and then we're going to talk about them in detail a bit later. The first one is immigrant perspective. 2, entrepreneurial spirit. 3, Latin passion. 4, vision. We see things that others don't see. I'm going to tell you what that is a little bit later. 5, generosity. And 6, our history and culture. So as we talk today about how important it is for us to trust our brand, I want you to think of it in 2 ways. The importance of these 6 core characteristics and what it means for us to trust one another within our community, and what they mean for us to gain greater understanding of who we are and what we represent outside of our community.